Alright, so just like always, make sure you have a spot that you're comfortable landing at, just so you have that confidence in case you're contested by another player to fight them off spawn. This player lands before me, but he takes too long to make his decision, and I drop down first. I'm able to grab the chest and the loot, and right away I pop shields just to give me a health advantage. He's right below me, and immediately I drop down to try to fight him before he pops any shield. It's a pretty simple fight, I just use my SMG and get the easy kill. So right here, I'm deciding to rotate out of my drop spot, and if I wasn't upgrading right here, I would have been able to get some free shots on him, but luckily for this guy, I was caught upgrading. Like everyone has it. I build up and make sure to keep hot on him. I already know this guy doesn't have that much mats. Yeah, using all your mats, bro. He cones me, and immediately I put a wall to my left, just in case he tries to full box me. He cones me again, and I just decide to back up a little bit. This guy was pretty nasty with the cones, I can't lie. He's already switched from his wood to his brick, so I already know he'd run out of wood, and he's running out of mats. I still have a healthy amount of mats left, especially for an off-spawn fight, so I just try to waste his mats spraying his walls. I go underneath him, and I decide to hammer up, just to waste more of his materials. Now he's in the open without mats, and I get a free beam on him. He's trying to side mantle, so I just make sure to keep my distance, and I get the elimination. What this guy should have done was, as soon as we started fighting for height, he should have just boxed up right away and tried to box fight me. He wasted so much mats trying to keep on building up to me, especially for an early game fight. Right here, I run into a player, and we both start ramping up towards each other. And anyways, he does good. Don't hate the game, hate the player. The tree's hitbox does block me a little bit, so it slows me down. He falls to the bottom and decides to box up, so immediately I jump on his wall, and I do take it first try. Right away I edit, place a cone in this box, I do whiff my shot, I instantly reset, I go for another edit, and I move to the left to give me that right hand peek, just so he can't see me and I can see him and get a good shot off on him. And I keep on applying pressure. I try to take his wall and place a staircase in his box at the same time. He's panicking now, spraying his SMG on me. I take the wall, I edit the wall, flip the staircase, line up my crosshair on his head, and I get the one pump just like that. The game, you know what I mean? Oh, I sucked. Dude, relax, bro. Right here, I see a player across from me, and I notice that he doesn't even see me, and he's looking in another direction, so I decide to hammer on over to him. I land directly on him, and as soon as I shoot him, I make sure to place a cone right below him, just in case he's trying to build any staircases, not allowing him to move, and immediately I try to place walls around him, just to box him in. He has nowhere to go, and I pick up the elimination. So right here, I heard a player walking around in the bowling alley, so I'm cautiously looking around for him. He winds up hitting me for 80 damage, but I get some good damage back off on him. As we're both healing, I notice that there's another crate that might possibly have more splashes, so as I use my splashes, I go over to that crate just in case I need to refresh mine. In my opinion, having minis and splashes over minis and big pots is way better, just because it allows you to heal up a lot faster in fights. Start pickaxing his walls. I noticed he didn't place a wall on the other side of the staircase, so immediately I place my own, edit a window, place a wall behind him to trap him in. I break his staircase, place a cone, and I get a huge pump on him, cracking his shield, and the rest is pretty simple. I just run into him and eliminate. I do hear another player approaching, so immediately I start reloading my weapons. I start walling off the spots around me just to be more safe. The player starts pickaxing above me. Right away I place cones below me just so he can't place any staircases. I do a double edit. I see he hasn't placed a wall between us, so I place my own wall. I make a window edit. I jump up, get a good shotgun tag on him, and now he runs off. Fortunately for him, he ran into another player outside that was waiting for him. They get into a fight, and I sneak up and crouch over. He's distracted on the player that hammered away, and I'm able to get a free kill. The player that ran away wasn't really the best, so I'm just gonna let the clip play out. Aiming with the shotgun is like a sniper when they hammer away. Right here, I'm chasing a player who was boxed up and just trying to run away from me. I do jump off to the side and get a good shotgun tag on him, but unfortunately, some third partier takes my kill. Come on, bro. Lame-o. So I decided to block off the loot that was rightfully mine and heal up since I got shot. Some of the builds around me weren't even mine, so I decided to move and get into my own box. I tried to go for a jump shot right hand peek on him, but he winds up hitting me, so I decided to make a few more boxes to heal up. It's a lot easier to box fight people if you have multiple boxes to move around in. I remember there's more slap juices on the previous body, so as I'm trying to get those, I'm just making sure to be careful and place builds around me to protect myself. Player starts pickaxing my top, and I decide to make a bait edit, acting like I'm going out one way. Then immediately I edit the top where he was pickaxing, and I get an off guard shotgun shot on him. Now that I'm up on damage on him, I play aggressive and I decide to hammer up. I go for his wall and I hear him hammering away, so I just keep my shotgun out and I crack his shield again. I hammer over to him and he starts panicking, so he hammers away again. As I'm mid-air, I line up my crosshair and I get some free shots on him. And the rest is pretty basic. He's running away mid-air with the hammer again and I just eliminate him. I hear I'm boxed up on the loot from the previous kill and I hear someone above me get cracked. They hammer away and I decide to chase them. He uses the weakest build in the game, wood, so as I land on him, I just use my SMG to easily break into his box. I break his staircase, place my own staircase, flip it, he has nowhere to go, and I pick up the elimination. I'm in an aggressive mood, so I'm W-keying every player I see. I see another player and I try to go for some shots off on him. He's boxed up and I see him make an edit, and immediately I place my own wall, go off to the left, make a window edit, which gives me an automatic right hand peek. I'm allowed to get a shot off on him. As I'm playing aggressive, I see that he hasn't placed a wall in front of him yet, so when I break his wall, I place my own wall in front of him. I edit a window edit, and while he's trying to leave his box, I crack his shield. I try to cone him in and he runs out of the box. I keep my crosshair lined up directly on him and he makes a window edit, allowing me to get an instant pre-fire shot on him. I see another player starting to box up right in front of me, getting ready for late game. He's unaware of where I'm at, so I'm able to get free damage on him. Trying to use my SMG to take his wall because it's faster than using a pickaxe. I could not take this guy's wall for anything. He edits out of his box and I decide to go around. I go for one wall take and fail. Expecting him to make an edit, I try to switch back to my shotgun just in time. I do perfectly time my shot and it hits him, but since I'm on 50 ping, the shot does not register at all. I jump to the side and I crack his shield. I keep on playing aggressive, I take his wall, and I do get another shotgun shot off on him. Unfortunately though, I couldn't reset my builds right away, so he does wind up tagging me. So I decide to slow down for a little bit and just decide to heal up. As I drop on his wall again, I make sure to make another box just so I have more room to work with. He decides to hammer away, so I get a free shot off on him and immediately chase him. But this time, I do take his wall and place a staircase in his box. I edit the wall, flip the staircase, and charge directly at him, getting the elimination. Now there's only 2 players left, and I made sure to put myself at the front of zone, so all I have to do is just look back for the other players and try to get beams. One of the players hammers directly at me and does hit me for 50 damage. So I play carefully, I block him off with my builds, and I decide to go towards zone. If you can stay ahead of your opponents in the late game, it'll make the game a whole lot easier for you. He fights me for height, so I just make sure to keep it, because I do have a decent amount of mats left, and in my opinion, keeping height in the late game makes it a whole lot easier to get the victory. At this point, I do notice that the lower croft skin is more of a threat since he's way more aggressive than the other player, so my main focus is on this lower croft skin and getting him out of the game.
I need to kill this one guy.
This is such a weird place to be in though, because there was a lot of trees and cover for the enemy opponents below. I decided to try to break the tree just so I can see more below. And they start getting into a fight and I hear one of them crack each other, so immediately I drop down to third party.
This is such a lame spot to be in.
I noticed the lower croft skin on the bottom in storm, so instead of shooting the other player, I shoot the lower croft skin just to get them out of the game because they are the better player in my eyes. Right after eliminating the lower croft skin, a weight is lifted off my shoulder just because this other player doesn't seem to be that good. Make sure to keep height. He boxes up out of wood, so I drop down and go for an SMG spray. I crack his shield and do a lot of damage. He hammers the zone, and I pick up the easy elimination with my shotgun.
Easy W's, 13 kill win.
Once again, if you guys enjoyed that video, let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe with post notifications on, because it does help my channel out a lot. And as always guys, make sure to use code TheSiloan in the Fortnite item shop, spelled exactly like this on the screen. And with that being said guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.